Hey everybody, Johnny Vivento here. How you doing? So I'm out on this beautiful night. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's about 7 o'clock at night. Uh, there's the view I got. This is from one of my bedrooms. And over here is a lake. You can't see it. It's right beyond those trees. I'm living in wildlife here, man. This is the tropics. It really is. It's the tropics. Man, I've been getting a lot of flack about doing those Sarasota Tim things again because I just started watching them again after a real long time off. And a lot of people are kind of giving me hell for it. You know, it's saying, why? And let's go down here. My little playroom here with some weights, little balcony. I just want to show you my place, you know. Me and the wife on the wall. This is our special murals. And if you go over here, I'm going to show you. Look how beautiful this is. This is the pool. And here is the palapa, where you go if you want to have a cup of coffee and relax, have a beer maybe. See how beautiful this complex is? How lucky I am to live here, let me tell you. It's so beautiful. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go upstairs so I can talk to you guys a bit. And the reason for that, I'm going to tell you. Oh. The reason for that is my wife is working. She's actually working. So you see I have cameras. I have cameras everywhere. But my wife is actually working. She's a therapist. And she does a lot of work at night, you know. So this is my own roof garden. I think I showed you this a long time ago. But I haven't done much with it. Because I cleared it. You know, I just cleared it. This is my punch bag. So I cleared this place, you know. It was almost completely full. This is another shower and bathroom on the roof. So I got to get this place straightened out, which I will. Definitely in the next month or so. The season really starts here in October. But anyway, I'm here now. I'm on the roof, so now I can chat, I can talk, I can do anything. But anyway, so I was doing the Sarasota Tim stuff again. I was feeling nobody's really taking care of this guy. Nobody's really on his side, and I was kind of like a little perturbed. People really insulting him, and somehow with what he does online every day, like 4 or 5 times a day, it's pretty incredible. It really is. I mean, he does it, you know, like I'm selling my truck. Then you watch that show, it's an hour. Then the next day he says, I've decided not to sell the truck. You watch that an hour. So he does this, you know, I'm looking for a girlfriend, okay. And then the next day he says, I don't want to go. The thing is, he has something to say. And people like to watch him. Basically, they do. They love to watch the guy. They just do. You know, so all these people commenting, like, say, yeah, he's a piece of shit, he's this. Crazy. Because there's my pool again, you see down there? So now I'm on the top floor. They're actually building over here. And there's the big palapa. So, and here's my big water tank. You see it on top of the building there? It's an amazing water tank, man. It really is. So if we do run out of water, which you sometimes do here in Puerto Vallarta, even though we have the sea right next to us, it doesn't matter, man. Fresh water, you know. Things happen. Things happen here. We've had severe floods the last month or so. Well, anyway, everything's going good. So anyway, getting back to Sarasota Tim, the guy is popular. I don't care what anybody says, he is. And I wish I had his following, you know, that I could do the same as him. I couldn't do it, to be honest. There's no way that I could actually do it. When I said he was professional, I meant he was professional because he knows exactly how to. I mean, you're watching him making bacon and eggs, for God's sake. You know, I mean, people want to watch him making bacon and eggs. They do. It's just the way it is. You know, you can't say no. You know, I live in this beautiful area. I could show you this all day. But you know something? I have other stuff to do. I can't really work. I mean, he works 10, 12 hours a day on videos. I couldn't do that. I don't have the time. I don't have the willpower. I don't have and I'm his age. You know, he's a little younger than me, a couple of years. But to be honest with you, I don't have the incentive to do it. You know, and I wish I did. I wish I had 67,000 subscribers. You know, I don't have many. I got something to show you though. You see, down here, you see that little white Volkswagen there? I don't know if you can see it, can you? So there's two little white cars. One of them, the one furthest away, is a white Volkswagen. That was the first car I ever bought when I came to Puerto Vallarta. That was a few years back. And I drove it maybe for a year or so. It's something I wanted. I wanted a Volkswagen Beetle. You know, and that one's a really beautiful one. It's white. It's in very, very good condition. And actually, I gave it to my stepson. You know, I gave it to him as a gift. You know, he deserved it. You know, he graduated college and he got a great job. And I said to his mother, "Come on, let's give it to him." And that's what we did. And he's my stepson. I'm very proud of him. He's a good kid. And I gave it to him, and he's very happy to have it. You know, he's a musician. He does all kinds of stuff. You know, he actually works on lighting in a local show here in Puerto Vallarta on an island, which is over there. You know, it's like 10 miles over on a little island near a place called Yalapa in Puerto Vallarta. But yeah, that's what I did. So it's in the parking lot. It has a flat tire. We got to straighten it out tomorrow. But anyway, it's great to be out here. It really is. I wish you guys were all here. You know, Sarasota Tim has been going on recently about the 62 again, the 62 retirement. A lot of people are anti that. Man, you don't know how long you have left. You know, I've been reiterating previous videos like non-stop about this, and I always said that this is the way to go, you know, because it actually worked out for me, and actually worked out for Sarasota Tim as well. So, you know, you have to look at it that way. But anyway, so do you guys want me to go on about how you can get to Puerto Vallarta? Well, as you know, in Mexico, I don't know if you do know it, but in Mexico now, the stakes are much higher. The requirements are absolutely astronomical right now. The new government came in and made it difficult for everybody. To be honest with you, difficult for me as well, because when I came back from the US, I had to what can I say? I had to re-register. You know, I had to re-register stuff I'd done like before, and I thought, you know, it's going to be no problem. But it was a problem, to be honest with you. It was a nightmare. I had to go through every single thing. I had to get a lawyer to even help me because the paperwork had changed, and even my wife couldn't understand what they were actually getting at. You know, and we had to read. It took like 4 pages of writing, and we had to get it through. And I finally got my residency again. But they were trying to give me a hard time about it for the simple reason they're giving everyone a hard time now. Now you can go to the immigration office in downtown Puerto Vallarta and you can get in right away without even, You have to make an appointment, but even making an appointment before, you still had a long wait. Even though you'd made an appointment, man, it's first come, first serve. If you come here and half an hour later, if you arrive at 7 in the morning, when the place opens at 8, there was already 50 people there. Now, there's nobody there. You make an appointment and you go, well, why is that? Because not many people can do it now. They can't reach the requirements of $4,300 per month coming into your bank account, and you have to show it for at least 2 years. There's a lot of people that cannot show that now, especially retired people. So there's other ways. And I've been telling everyone this, that I know people who've been here for 20 years and they're not legal in this country. Okay. And every couple of years, I have to pay a fee to stay in Mexico. I have to pay a fee, and it's not cheap, but I pay for my visa. You know, every couple of years, I have to pay for my visa, and because I'm legal, and I have to pay, and that's it, you know. And one of the things, the reason I paid, and I don't mind paying, is I'm on the state register for medical. So a lot of people have to get their own medical insurance. Myself, I'm on the state register, you know, which is great, you know, so I can go into any hospital or whatever. But I pay a little bit, a small co-pay, but it's not much. But I don't get sick. So, you know, I mean, am I going to use it? I don't know. But at least it's there and it gives you peace of mind, you know. Otherwise, as I say, in Mexico, you can go to a doctor 24 hours a day. You know, and every pharmacy has a doctor. So you go to a pharmacy, you see pharmacy there, and they have a doctor 100%. If the pharmacy's open, there's a doctor there on call. Well, sorry, not on call, actually, as a resident. Okay, they change some of the big 24-hour, the 24-hour pharmacies have doctors there 24 hours a day. And if there's something wrong with you, they will prescribe. They will give you an examination, which is free, believe it or not. Doctors, it's no charge. The things you give them a tip. But the prescriptions are expensive, Mexican expensive, you know, which is not as expensive as the US. But so anyway, I mean, so things are good, bad, you know what I mean? But you can still come here, as I say. I've been telling you, I've said it in every single video I've made. You can come here to Mexico. As long as you don't break the law, you can stay for 6 months. You know, nobody's going to stop you. It's the way it is. 6 months in Mexico. No problem whatsoever. Anybody can do it. And you come here, live here for 6 months, see if you like it. And I'm sure that you'll find a way of staying. Because there is a way to do everything. You know, you can do it. Especially if you're retired. But you don't have to do it. As I said, I've known people that 20 years without legality in Mexico. 20 years. No problem whatsoever. They do what they got. They even work. But they work for themselves, you know. They do their own thing, and they live here. And they go, well, we leave the country every 6 months, which is great. You know, they go to San Diego. They might go to Texas for a week or so and relax somewhere else. They might even go to Guatemala and El Salvador. They can go to Belize, Colombia even. I know a guy that goes to Colombia all the time. Loves it. Great, great country. You know, Colombians are nice people. You know, I know there's a lot of things about the drugs situation, but it's all garbage. It's small. It's what can I say? It's like here. You know, I mean, I've never known anyone in years I've been in Mexico. I've never heard about drugs. I've never heard one thing, except in Puerto Vallarta when we had the cartel smashing up Puerto Vallarta and setting fire to cars and convenience stores. Nobody died. Nobody died. Okay? They didn't do it for that. They did it to show the police that they were around and that they were there. They had killed a cartel leader, and the cartel said, we're going to show them that we're prominent in this area, which they actually did. The leader was from Guadalajara, which is a couple of hours drive away, and they even picked on Puerto Vallarta, where they torched even my local OXXO, which is a convenience store, which is 1 mile over there. Okay, it's actually not a mile; it's about half a mile over there. The OXXO, they torched it. I had a friend who used to make pizzas outside a OXXO convenience store, about a mile away on that side, a mile, on the other side, not that side, that side. And he used to make pizzas outside the OXXO as a side hustle. And they told him very politely to move his equipment. And he didn't know what he was talking about. So 2 guys got out of a truck and said, "Can you move the equipment?" "Why?" "We're telling you to move out." And he knew by the way they talked to him who they probably were. So he didn't want to argue, and he said, okay. And he moved his equipment out, got everything in the truck with his wife, and he had a little kid with him, his kid. And they got everything on the truck and moved, maybe 100 miles. And then these guys came out and torched the convenience store. They torched it, brought it to the ground. The police were non-existent because the police and the army were actually told, do not come out, do not intercept what we're doing. Can you believe that? The police were actually told, do not come out and intercept, otherwise there's going to be a bloodbath. They would have been happy. They would have done it. They would have fought the police and the army as well. But the thing is, they said, okay, no civilians are going to be touched, and that's exactly what happened. No civilians were hurt at all. There's a little inside info for you to make this interesting. But look how beautiful this is, man. This is a sight, huh? Look at the mountains. See it? See the black mountain? See the black clouds there over the mountains? There'll be a big storm on the way. Maybe. You can't say 100% sure, but usually yes. Look at the palm trees, huh? And this is what I have every day to wake up to. Okay, I have this to wake up to. A guy on Social Security like me, who's not a wealthy guy, I'm kind of like a poor guy, I guess, I would say. And look what I have. And I can live here. My bicycle is down there. I have a motorcycle there, has a cover on it. That black truck belongs to me. I bought it in Colorado. It's my wife's truck. We bought an Armada. That's like a 15-year-old truck. And it still runs like brand new. It's a Nissan Armada. And it runs like brand new. Honestly, it's 15 years old. We bought it in Denver, Colorado. And we brought it to Mexico. Had it changed over to Mexican plates, which is a chore, but we did it. My wife knows all these things. I don't know. She has a big knowledge of all this stuff, changing stuff over. I don't know. I didn't have any knowledge of it. And we did well. It was great. It worked out for us. But now I just ride a motorcycle. She's in the car. And we're doing okay. So anyway, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I just want to shout out to Sarasota Tim. I'll tell you the reason why. Everyone's against this guy. I hate it. That he's good, man. Not that I can watch him for hours and hours and hours, but a lot of people do. His views are incredible. He gets a lot of views. What do I get? Am I interesting? No. Even my own son says, "Dad, you're not interesting enough." And I said, "Is Sarasota Tim interesting?" He said, "He is." And my son's 25 years old, and he thinks Sarasota Tim is interesting. Why? Because he has a lot to talk about. He has. You can talk about his food, going to Walmart. It would bore the pants off me to go into Walmart and show you that I bought whatever. So, I don't want that one. I want that one. I want this one. I want that one. I might start doing some boxing videos. There's my bag there, and I have my gloves downstairs. Maybe I should start doing that, right? I don't know. Anyway, guys, take care. Love all of you, and I hope you've enjoyed this, and I really hope you watch me, and please subscribe. Press the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.